Hey, what's up, everybody? It's KJ coming to you from the Sonoran Desert. Today, it's about mistakes to avoid when you're learning how to backpack. One most common mistake that I see beginner backpackers make is that they have giant boots on their feet. Now, sometimes this is necessary if you have weak ankles or if you're going to be doing some mountaineering or really technical climbing. You do want that extra ankle support. But by and most part, unless you're carrying a very, very heavy pack, trail runners or even athletic shoes that you use to work out in the gym or wear every day can work just fine. But there are a couple things that you do want to look for in a good backpacking shoe. One is a wide toe box. This is going to allow your feet to kind of spread out and take some of that pressure off the sides, which will reduce rubbing, especially when you're coming down hills. One thing that I found helpful for me is that I use shock cord shoelaces. This allows my feet to expand a little bit as I'm hiking. So when I get to camp, my feet aren't totally sore because they've been confined all day through traditional shoelaces. Just something to consider. I think one of the biggest reasons people get discouraged when they start backpacking is because they don't have a pack that fits them right. It's essential that you take the time to get measured for a backpack that fits you and your body type. You can do it at an REI store or another outdoor retailer. You can have a friend do it. There's lots of videos on YouTube on how to be measured for a backpack. It's really essential that you find something that rides just right for you and fits your body just the way that you want it to. Spend some time trying on different backpacks. You might like that one particular brand fits your body type than another particular brand. One of the challenging things with cottage industry backpacks is that you can't really try them on, and a lot of them are custom. Before you dive in and spend all that money on a backpack, make sure that you spend some time trying on different backpacks at a local retailer. You can ask a lot of questions as you're doing this. Ask your friends, ask the people that are there. They're knowledgeable, they're super friendly, they want to help you. Ask about the return policy in case it doesn't work out for you. You want something that you can easily take back and not have any hassle doing so. Another common mistake that I see is that people don't buy gear that works for them, or they don't bring the gear that they necessarily need to make their time out in the backcountry that much more enjoyable. For example, if sleep is really super important to you, a 20-inch wide sleeping pad is probably not going to be that comfortable because your elbows will touch the ground. You might want to look at a 24-inch or an extra wide sleeping mat in that case. You might need to bring earplugs or eye shades, something that you might use at home. You might need to bring an inflatable pillow, just something to make that sleep that much more enjoyable so that you can get more miles on the trail. Don't let people gear shame you or weight shame you. This means that you don't have the super expensive ultralight gear or that you have a lot of gear that you're bringing out. The point is that you're out there in the backcountry and that you're trying to dial in a system that works for you. So you might find yourself bringing a lot of gear on your initial trips. And as you get home, take the time to consider what you used and what you didn't use. Make two piles. The stuff that you didn't use, you probably won't bring that back on the trail in most circumstances. But don't let people make fun of you. I'm totally guilty of this, and that's weight shaming people with their backpack. How much does their backpack weigh? Like I tell my daughters whenever we go out, if you want to carry it, you pack it, you pack it. If you pack it in your pack, you got to pack it in, you got to pack it out. So if you pack it, you pack it. Another common mistake is that beginning backpackers do not do their research before they go out on a trip. This means looking at where they're going and determining what kind of needs are they going to have for that particular trail, or what kind of obstacles are they going to have. Whether it's weather, maybe you need a particular permit, are there camping restrictions? Are there fire restrictions? Is the forest even open? I've gotten to a forest and discovered that it was closed. They closed down the entire forest. You got to do your homework before. Do you need a day use permit? Do you need a special access permit? This is especially important if you want to go on any type of Native American land. Do you need extra navigational skills? You can't always rely on your electronics. The only exception to this is if you're on a well-used trail. If you run into any problems, you can just ask another backpacker on which direction to go. But consider bringing a map and compass on any multi-day trip. And lastly, I think this is probably the biggest mistake that I find that beginning backpackers make, and that's not asking questions. Asking questions leads to knowledge. Knowledge leads to a better experience when you're on trail. It also leads to a safer time on trail. It also leads to more miles on trail. So you can watch videos, check out forums, ask your friend questions, read blog posts. The point is there are a ton of free resources out there for you to gather knowledge, and that knowledge is going to lead to a better backpacking experience. Hey, if this video was helpful, please let me know in a comment below. Also consider liking and subscribing. Hit that bell notification. And in the meantime, check out these other videos that I have. Thank you so much for spending this time to me. I really appreciate it. And remember to hike on. Thanks.